how much of that you just heard. I'll include some clips, but the postman came in. We've got a new postman, so he came in to just introduce himself and say hello. He literally already knew my name, the fact that I was the owner. He was like, oh, you've just been away somewhere, was it Australia? Like, and I was just like, I love living in a small town. I love living in a place where, you know, he's somebody I haven't even met yet, but he already knows kind of what's been going on in my life, and I miss this so much in a city. I feel like maybe if you're not used to living or growing up in a small town, that might seem a bit much, but here it's like living in a story. Like, you live in a place where everyone knows the people around them, and we care for each other, and we know each other's names, and it's community. And he just told me that he'd dropped off loads and loads of parcels, which are all behind me. I don't know if you can see, there's so many parcels here, into the next door shop this morning, because we weren't open because I was a little bit running late to come and open the shop. So it's a sunny day. I got distracted reading my book outside in the sunshine and doing some journaling. So he dropped them off next door, and they accepted them, and they were just going to keep them for us, and then at some point they would have brought them over to us today, which is just really kind. New in the bookshop, we've got lots of beautiful books. We sell so much fantasy, possibly because I love fantasy, and possibly also because I feel like it's just a huge renaissance at the moment, and there's just loads of fantasy. So I've ordered, these are all fantasy books that we've got, so I thought I would show you some of the books that we've got in the shop this week. These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. It is a Romeo and Juliet with a bit of a fantasy twist, but very dark, set in Shanghai. Thoroughly recommend, but be warned, it's quite sad but beautiful. Terry Pratchett, A Stroke of the Pen. These are the lost stories, so they're short stories. They're absolutely beautiful. It's got gorgeous gold foiling. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really pretty. And I like having like Terry Pratchett books for people who like fantasy and sci-fi, but maybe this is one that you haven't already read because it's the short story. So if you love Terry Pratchett, you're probably going to already have most of them, but this one you probably won't have yet. So that's very cute. Godkiller, this one, look at this cover, you guys. Look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful with this like twisting around the stag. I think it's gorgeous. Fantasy. It's not too big, and it's absolutely, yeah, great. Bonded Souls, God of White Lies, fully gripping. Last one, I think we've got about 7 new copies of this one in. I'll show you like all of these ones. Because I love it, because it's my absolute favourite, because it's the one that I could sell all day and will sell all day, and can't recommend enough. It's fantastic. And because I think it's fantastic, we've got this beautiful hard copy in as well, which is a special edition hard copy, and brand new, and it's incredible. So if you want to hear me talk more about this, please watch my first video. I told you everything about this fantasy book that you could want to know without spoilers. Tea now, so let's chat about what's been going on in the bookshop this week. Okay, so updates. We have launched this is our new YouTube, the Bookshop Diaries channel, and I was so nervous about putting out the first video because as a creative, you always know that there's stuff that can be improved, that there's stuff that can be better. So I was looking at this video and we edited it and re-edited it with my lovely friend, and I was like, oh, we need a microphone, we need better lighting, you want to redo everything. And I feel like as a writer, that's also what I do when I read my own work. And so I thought, okay, you actually at some point just have to start. You just have to do it, and it won't be perfect yet, and it won't be how you imagined it yet, but you have to build to that. And I had a friend visiting me this weekend, really good friend, who was here the day that this bookshop opened. She was here the week that it opened 3 years ago now, helping me build these bookcases and price books and set up. And she was just overwhelmed. She was like, look at how far you've come, look at what you've done. And it really helped me to see it might not be perfect when you start, but everything improves and everything gets better. So thank you, friends. Thank you all so much, everyone who's already subscribed and watched last week's video. And let me know in the comments any questions that you have about the bookshop that you'd love answered. I'd love to focus it around what you're interested in every week. But I thought, yeah, just starting and having that courage to start something new can be really a lot. I've had lots of lovely questions. Thank you everyone who's commented. You make my day when you comment on these videos. It feels so joyful, like there's a whole worldwide community of book lovers just joining in with everything that we're doing. So I love it so much. One of the questions was, what do you do in a day? So I'd love to do a full day in the life of videos. We'll definitely do one of those. But for now, I'll tell you. So I come into the bookshop and we set up, we have chairs and tables outside. So we put different books on them and teapots and things to show people that we do organic herbal tea as well. It's kind of we've got a whole little street here of independent shops, and most of them are women owned as well, which is super cool and lovely to be on. So we can sit outside in the sunshine. Then I come in and I do a quick book tidy as well, kind of going around, and we've often got lots of piles of books like this, and maybe people have the person the day before has put down a bunch of piles of books because they've been talking to a customer and the customers wanted something different. So there'll be stacks of books like this that are often really random selections, and these are ready to either be priced or go back out. For example, The Lies of Locke Lamora can go back into fantasy, so I'll make sure that one, because I reckon, oh, that one's come in, it hasn't been priced, so I'll price up that one and then put it out on the shelves. And that's a good way as well to kind of realign what stock we've got in, because we do new and secondhand. It's very easy for stock to kind of have a very quick turnover and for us to not realise what sold the day before. So I tend to do a tidy at the start, but I think everyone who works here kind of has their own rhythms and routines. I make a herbal tea, have a green tea in the morning, pretty much the moment I come in, and then normally forget, which I did today, about putting on my glasses, and I often lose those around the shop as well. Then I go through onto emails and check kind of what emails have we got, what inventory is coming in, or more likely who do we have to reply to, who do we have to pay, things like that. I think that's probably my least favourite part. I'm not a great admin person, but today we had some really good emails. So we set up some meetings for the Poetry Festival with the National Library of Wales. That's tomorrow, so I'll go up there tomorrow and meet and find out what rooms we can use for the poetry festival to have authors come and speak in, and that's beautiful. They have like big arched windows and they look out over onto the sea and the sunset's behind, and it's all just like perfect for poetry. I'm really looking forward to that. Then we'll also, what else do I have tomorrow? I'm speaking with somebody else about Literature Wales, and we're doing an application with them to have Welsh speakers come to the Poetry Festival. That should be really nice as well. And then calling a lot of poets. So this week is very busy with trying to confirm all of the Poetry Festival things. So that's a lot of what goes on today. But then the delightful thing is every time a customer comes in, all of that kind of gets forgotten and you end up chatting to them about books and recommending books. And I'm always saying to customers, like, it's my favourite part of the job to give book recommendations. So I love talking to people about, and especially if people have followed us online for a while and then they come in and they're like, it's so great to meet you in person. That's always really special as well. So I just love all of that. And it's really nice to kind of have like a platform like this to be able to share a little bit more with you guys what we're doing in the days and how they look. So if you have questions about how I started the bookshop or anything that you're interested in knowing, I'd love to share that as well, and it'll be a fun little Bookshop Diaries journey as well. Okay, I think we definitely need a romance section with delicious books like this for the summer. But what if we made this section, which is currently Weird Science? I'm not even joking. My staff member made this amazing sign that just says Weird Science. It has like a test tube. What if we made that romance? Because then it's right next to the fantasy. I feel like fantasy and romance like flow into each other and it would look really bright. We have pins and stickers on the other side, but I feel like Weird Science could become romance, although it'll be right next to politics and social justice. I don't know if they go together as a genre, but romance could be cute. Okay, but then what do we do with all these weird science books? So now, one of the good things about having a small bookshop is you can just also like have piles of books on the floor and it still looks lovely. Like all the organic chemistry books can go under the table, which makes me very prejudiced towards showing you where my priorities are for the summer. But now we can have a juicy little romance section. The Bookshop Diaries this week, I am loving doing this little mini series for you, talking all about what's going to be happening in the bookshop every single week. So if you've ever been interested in independent bookshops, this is the mini series for you. The Bookshop Diaries, we're also going to be on other places as well, so check out our link in bio, and there's a hilarious Substack and different things coming. Can't wait to share them because there's so much joy and community and genuinely really pleasant little stories that happen with like a small town bookshop, and just the characters and customers that come in and the ups and downs. So I thought I'd catch you up. This week we have had a really busy week, which is awesome. It's been sunny and warm and hot outside. I have no jumper on for the first time here, so it's lovely. We've been reading the sections as well, so I've just been making up a little romance section because I feel like that goes really well in the summer as well. We're going to do crime and have a lot of fantasy that we've just ordered. So we've ordered loads of juicy fantasy and that came in. We also had the most beautiful little bookshop kind of picnic on the beach last night with all the different staff members, and everyone brought something along. So we had someone brought olives and chili, asparagus, someone brought sweet potato like chips that they had made, Somebody bought strawberries and raspberries and blueberries. People bought drinks. People made like a tabbouleh with sun-dried tomatoes and quinoa and olives, and it was amazing. Everyone went very Mediterranean, I feel, because it's gorgeous weather, so that was absolutely lovely. I couldn't have enjoyed that more, and part of me loving working here is loving working with the people that I do, so I think that that's a real joy, really special. Kind of figuring out where the next steps are, so I feel very excited about the Poetry Festival coming up and everything that's included. So we've got things going on with that, and contacting all the poets and trying to confirm about 40 poets and 6 venues. And so we'll have the bookshop, we've got the National Library of Wales, we've got the local town library, which is beautiful, and the local bar that can do music and has a sound system as well. So we've got loads coming up, and that will be in June, our Poetry Festival, so I'm really excited for that. But now's like crunch time. Now's like, okay, we've got to kind of conclude some of the things, like we were doing Easter egg hunts for Easter. That's now finished, so we can go back and get all the little clues back, save those for next year, and think of some other creative ways to kind of celebrate books in the summer. But for now, doing things like contacting the poets and confirming all of the venues and making up some lovely new displays. We also had a book club on Tuesday. That was absolutely delightful, and we chose our new book for May. So we're doing 2. This is our romance book club, which is the Strawberry Patch Pancake House, and I'm really excited to do this one because I loved Pumpkin Spice Cafe and Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and I met Laurie Gilmore at the TikTok Book Awards last year, so I'm very excited to do this one, and it's super cute and super cozy, and it's just the kind of book that you want to read in the sunshine on the beach. And then we're doing another one, which I've put somewhere here. Let me grab it for you. Ta-da! We're doing Welcome to the Hyunam-Dong Bookshop, and I'm super, okay, I think I butchered that pronunciation, but I'm going to look it up to get that 100% right. But it's apparently a balm for the soul and completely gorgeous, and it's set in South Korea and profound and healing and all about bookshops. So I feel like as I start, maybe start to work on my writing project of writing the Bookshop by the Sea story, I think this is super exciting to see as well. So yeah, I'm very excited for kind of the week that's coming up ahead, and to share more about what's going on and just see people start to come in for like the summer, and seeing people come in and kind of wanting books to read on the beach or books to get people. It feels like everything's opening up again, everything's blossoming, and this is a time to be able to lean into that and celebrate that, even though we're kind of entering into the summer season, and it always brings this newness and this freshness. Even if we don't know what's going to happen in it, it's exciting to get to kind of lean into that kind of new life and celebration. So very much looking forward to that, and I hope you're all enjoying sunshine and books as well. Let me know in the comments what you're reading or what you think I should absolutely include in my new romance section, and I can't wait to see you all soon. Lots of love. Bye.